going on? How y'all doing? So I got asked straight up, is this the last days of time? Is this revelations? Tornadoes unexpectedly, global warming, obviously racism, sexism, classism, the acceptance of different things, agendas. Is this the last days of time? Is this revelations? Yes. And it's been that way. Let's go back to when you were a child and if you grew up with your grandparents or somebody older relative, and what did they tell you? Common sense. And you use good common sense and then you equate to what you see and the things that play themselves out on the day to day, the night to night. What do you see? Do you have to watch the news to understand common sense? Do you have to watch how materialism and material gain are the deciding factors of so much? What makes sense to you? And one thing you're learning is your health is your wealth, which that was always been there if you knew anything. But also, you don't need everything that you see. You don't need to taste, touch, and feel everything that comes across you. You don't need to treat life like it's a buffet. That has its place in its time. But you understand spiritually, and you don't have to be the most script reading. You don't have to, but you have to be aware of a higher calling. That's beyond. That's not preaching, it's just stating the obvious. But you got to understand, this stuff is not real. It's all on lease. Your house is on lease because if you don't pay your taxes, they throw your behind out. If you don't pay, you can have your car, but the repo man can come and get it if it ain't all paid, or you got to pay your insurance. There's always something to pay. So life is a lease. How you feel it is what you make it. How you treat people is what you where it goes. Learn how to say love. Learn how to express your true feelings. You can say love and you can be humble and genuine. That does not mean that you soft. That does not mean that you stand by when you see racism, when you see things that ain't right, that you don't speak out on it. Nobody says that they both, because it takes the love. The one thing about love is that if it's love, it expresses it unconditionally. It don't sit there and say, I'll roll over and play patty cake and look the other way when things ain't right. Mm-mm. Revelations speaks to everything that you are seeing unfolding before your eyes. Thoughts and prayers are with people in Kentucky and everywhere. Thoughts and prayers are with people that are going through pandemic. Thoughts and prayers are with people who are seeing and dealing with police brutality and institutionalized racism and people been falsely accused and so on and so forth. And it's all reveals itself. And it's been revealed itself. Because if you live in isolation, you succumb to isolation until you open and see what got you here. And you can fly to the moon and the stars, billions of dollars spent, but can you touch this ground and see what's going on? All this pain, all this anger, all this hurt, all this frustration. That's the revelation. These are the last days of time for real. Please select that thought and subscribe. I welcome thoughts and comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for one another, and you don't want to just say your woke culture. You want to have all eyelids open, all ears attentive, attention up straight. I'm out.